Male. Yes, I was a sex pest, confesses Jo Cox's husband. New sexual assault claim forces partner of murdered MP to quit wife's charities. Now, knowing how entwined all this bunch of scum are, it just makes you wonder whether he actually had her bumped off because she was getting too wise to what he was up to. That's definitely a possibility. Lloyd Webber, the day I tried to take my life. Well, didn't try very hard, did I? The scum. Cheryl split talks with Liam. Pals, they are ready to end it. So why are we even debating this or talking about this in the papers? The Sunday Telegraph. Czech agent claims 15 Labour MPs met spies. Livingston and McDonnell deny encounters with Soviet bloc operatives during the Cold War. Well, they would do, but again, this is more smoke and mirrors to keep you distracted from the satanic shit that's going on in Parliament. Sheep that can grow human organs created in the lab. This is another abomination by the satanic scum. And I know that some will say, yeah, but them organs could go to help. They will never be used for the likes of you or I. They will only be used for the scum satanist crap that is ruling this planet at the moment. Not for much longer though. Oxfam knew 10 years ago of urgent sex abuse problem. Anyone that still donates to that bunch of sick satanic scum wants their head examining themselves. There's something wrong with them, with whoever it is. The Sunday Times. Some British woman won gold. Kylie, heartbreak and hot pants at 50. No screen sex, please. We're actors. Now, the thing I want you to look at here is Blondie's smile. I've never seen such a fake smile as that one. The other one's doing a proper smile. She ain't. Students to get cheaper places at university. Minister to boost faith and grammar schools. They don't want an informed population. They want a bunch of automatons that are capable of doing work but not capable of critical thinking. They just want workers. So that is fake. Harry gets a job with Air Miles. Parasites again. Brainy Brits come out for Brexit. Well, I would agree, but at the same time, I'm surprised there's any brains left in Britain with the dumbing down they've done, just like they have with America, where they've dumbed them down so much that the founding fathers will be turning in the grave at how dumbed down they've become and how they've let a criminal cabal take control of the US. We had no choice. We've always been controlled, but they actually had a chance, and they've blown it. The Observer. Selma Blair on Hash Me Too and Hollywood. I've no idea who she is. An Animal Oblivion, Humans v Nature, in this section. There is an oblivion going on because they've got us, the Satanists have us destroying the planet. It's like with the fracking that's going on. Everyone knows that fracking ruptures the water table and will poison our water. But those scumbags in Parliament, councils are allowing it. Not just allowing it, they're wanting it to happen. They want to end us. And the sooner you get to realise that, the sooner maybe you'll start doing something about it. The plot against America, how the investigation into Russian interference in the US took a dramatic turn. That is total fake news. What more do you want? Shock figures reveal the dire state of Britain's failing prisons. Figures show 2 in 5 institutions unsafe. 68% of jails provide inadequate conditions. Now you might be saying, well, who cares? You know. At the end of the day, the human beings, they've done something wrong. Most of them in there haven't done anything wrong, by the way. But they're living in situations that you wouldn't keep an animal in. Well, I'd like to think that we wouldn't, but we do. All the time. Again, the picture of some woman that's won something at the Winter Olympics. How's it Winter Olympics in February? And did I miss something? Did we have the Olympics last year? Or have we got them this year? Either way, I'm sick to death of them bleeding thing. I hated them since being a little kid, 5 or 6 year old, and seeing nothing but that junk on TV. Corbyn under pressure to shift Brexit stance. In other words, be exit rather than remain. However, of course, smoke and mirrors. It's all they use, and thankfully the majority of us are seeing through this smoke and mirror bull. Sunday Express. May Brexit pledge, no going back. That's because there's no exit. So she's correct there. There is no going back, because if you don't leave anywhere in the first place, there's nowhere to go back to. Second referendum is out of the question. PM's defiant message to pro-EU conference. Joy as our Lizzie wins gold. Our Lizzie? I think you'll find that whatever she was doing, because I ain't got a clue what she was doing, whatever she was doing it against someone else. So it's not our Lizzie, she did it for herself, but it's for us. Just like all the double speak they use on us, anything they do is for our benefit. Can you answer me a question? Does anyone out there think anything they do is for our benefit? I didn't think so. Corbyn's Soviet spy links should be investigated by Parliament. You see, they've used him to get dummies to go back into voting, thinking he's going to be our saviour, our Jesus, our Messiah. He's one of them. When are you going to get it? Daily Star. Doting dad was branded a pedo by Travelodge. Cops called by as he checked in with daughter. This is trying to turn it on all those pedos so that they say, look, see, you can be a normal, loving dad and you can be branded a pedo. Right. We know who the pedos are. They go to Parliament and they bring in rules, because they aren't laws, they bring in rules that they want you to obey. But they are not going to obey them themselves. They are just rules anyway. But hey. Boiling water attack on James Bulger's murderer. Now them two kids, they've got some sort of sick sick, oh, they're not kids anymore, but they had sick problems. Whatever they did was so awfully sick, they got serious mental problems. They should never ever have been allowed out. They should have been kept in an asylum along with all the politicians that are going there and the so-called royals that are going to end up there.